If you weren't worthy, you wouldn't be here. If you weren't meant to exist, then you wouldn't. The universe makes no mistake and trusts that you are divinely chosen and created to be exactly who you are. Why did that bring so much emotion out of me right now? Because I'm in this process and I'm shedding my skin, I'm shedding my identity, and it's really uncomfortable. It is uncomfortable, but I know that it's necessary. I know that it's beneficial. Even if I can't see the full picture right now, I know that it's all for my highest good, for my evolution. So I invite you to sit with me here as we shed together, as we shed alongside one another. You know, hi, welcome back. My name is Natalia, and this is Natalia's Alchemy School. So, today's topic, as you can tell by the title of the video, well, not growing up conventionally attractive, because that's a whole different story. But not growing up conventionally attractive, and how you internalize that experience and form an association that says you're not deserving of receiving love from source. And love is not just romantic love. Love is anything that we as humans desire to experience, because everything is source and source is love, right? Okay. So, we're going to talk about that pattern, that association that is formed in many people who grew up, not attractive, not receiving recognition from society because of how they look. Let me just walk y'all through this real quick. So, us as humans, we are still operating with a very primal brain. This brain is very animalistic, but we also have that higher consciousness to us, right? So, this is a very different dynamic than you would normally see. So, because we as humans thrive on human connection, we thrive in communities, right? Whenever someone grows up outside of the typical beauty standard, or they just grow up not attractive to society at all, then they will begin to internalize that and associate that experience with the rest of their experiences, with their value, with their nature, right? So we see this whenever people are kind of rejected or shunned from society, that they will form this belief that says that they're not worthy of receiving love, they're not worthy of community, of abundance, truly in its nature. So that's what I'm talking about here today, because that is something that I have personally experienced, and something that is coming up to the surface right now as we're transiting this Scorpio full moon, y'all. A little bit about that. Scorpio can be a very invasive sign. Scorpio likes to dig deep. It likes to look beneath the surface. It's not with that surface level shit at all. So it's like the deep depths of your soul. What skeletons you have lying in there? What are you holding in there that no longer serves you, that cannot come with you as we are transitioning into this new earth, into this 5D reality where instant manifestation is a normality? What is it that you are still holding on tightly to that tells you that you are not enough, that you are not worthy, that you do not deserve to exist in this society? What is it within you that is still sending a contradicting signal to source? Scorpio's gonna get to the bottom of all that shit. Like, Scorpio is the best detective. Like, if there was a sign that would be a detective, it's Scorpio, because Scorpio is going to get to the bottom of all of it. There's no hiding. There's no hiding. So the best practice I'd say right now is be fully honest with yourself. Be fully honest about what you're still carrying. Be fully transparent about how that has formed your worldview and beliefs that you hold about yourself. Because remember, all is mind. All is mind. The universe stems from your consciousness, your perspective. So if you hold certain beliefs about what you think the world is, then that's what you will experience. So don't allow the trauma and the triggers that you experience in childhood to continue to run your life story. Take control of the wheel. We are in the year of the fire horse, y'all. If there's been any time to take control of the wheel, like, you have to take direction, be in control of your life, because you are the creator. Whether you believe that or not, it's either you're going to create consciously or you're going to create subconsciously. It's your choice. You're creating regardless. So be fully honest with yourself. Be fully transparent with yourself and allow these emotions and memories to come up, because they're purging right now. You get to fill yourself back up with whatever beliefs that you decide to hold. So allow those that no longer serve you to be expelled from your aura, allow it to come up, allow it to release in any way that it decides to, because it's not always pretty. Sometimes it gets ugly crying with not coming out the tears, and that's okay. That's okay, because you will put yourself back together again, and it'll be even better than you've ever imagined. Know that what lies at the end of that dark tunnel is a light so bright you wouldn't have imagined its warmth and goodness. So do the dirty work. Do the dirty work. And it's like, I don't know if I should even say dirty work, because it's not like dirty, but it is like, it can be sticky. It can be a little, I don't want to feel this right now, but feel it. Feel it. Allow it to pass through you. Okay? Because once it's done, and once you realize the truth of who you really are, like, oh, I'm source. I'm everything. I can have anything I desire. I can create anything that I imagine. I am limitless. Once you come to that knowing, to that truth, it's just like, what the fudge was I even scared of? So, not to go on a whole thing right now, but yeah, this is something that we're dealing with right now as a collective. I think I'm gonna talk about that a little bit later, about how the society treats children. But let's get right into this video, y'all. Okay, so like I said, if you experienced something similar to this, I would like you to just be fully present with that experience right now, fully present with the emotions that are coming up. And we're going to just close our eyes and just imagine your inner child. Imagine the childlike version of yourself. Just bring them to the front of your mind. Take a deep breath in, all the way down to the bottom of your belly, and then back out. And just, there's no need to keep it together here. We're not here to do that. We're not here to wear the mask. This is the space where you get to take off the mask and be whoever you'd like to be. I am not here to judge you, and you shouldn't judge yourself either. Another deep breath in. And just imagine your inner child. Imagine that version of yourself. Allow their picture to come to the front of your mind, into your third eye. And just see if you can just tap into how they're feeling, their emotional state. Allow whatever emotions arise to come up. Then when you're ready, you can open your eyes, and if you have one, please grab a journal, grab a piece of paper, a pen, grab it all, because we are about to write a letter to our inner child. And we're talking about this topic specifically, how it felt for them to grow up, not attractive, not receiving recognition from society because of their looks. So you right now, write your inner child a letter. What would you say to them about this? What would you say to them about their experiences? How would you pour into them? So I'll wait for you to get your stuff. Okay, so now that you have your paper, your journal, your pen, we're going to just start writing. Remember, I'm doing this with you, so just feel free to really get into it and just express whatever needs to be said. Don't leave nothing on the table. Whatever needs to be said, say it. Whatever you feel like they need to hear, write it down. You're talking to yourself. What do you need to hear right now? All right, let's get started, y'all. Y'all, I'm just like kind of emotional because I'm like, I can feel, I can feel everything. It's been coming up, which is what even inspired this video. But it's like, this is a very vulnerable process. And here I am doing it online. But I really think that's, kind of my purpose here. Me saying kinda, like that's not my whole thing. And just healing out loud. Because that's what we're doing. That's what humanity is doing. Like that's the pivot we're taking. It's no more sweeping shit under the rug or, pushing everything, your skeletons into the closet. It's about being real and just being seen in that rawness, that rawness of what it means to be human. I hope y'all can't hear my stomach. I'm gonna try to fill up this whole page. So, at least one page, y'all. Even if your notebook is smaller, at least one page. I hope y'all can't hear my stomach right now. I really hope. Because it's going crazy. Okay, I'm just writing and I'm thinking about how mean some of the kids in childhood were. And it's just like how sometimes kids can be really mean, but it's like, kids aren't naturally like that. It's obviously, whatever guardianship that they have around them that, embeds that in them. Like a lot of kids who used to be really mean, it's because their parents were really mean to them, or whoever was taking care of them was really mean to them and picked on them. So they are just perpetuating that behavior, and it's just a cycle of, hurt kids hurting other kids and adults hurting kids. And then, like, just people hurting each other. And it's like, that's not gonna fly anymore. Like, we're moving past that. We're moving past perpetuating harm in our society blindly. Because it's like, it doesn't have to be like that. Like, we really could all just love one another and accept one another as we are. That's a possibility, you know? So that's my role here, you know? That's my role. That's what I'm here to do. Know that you can be exactly as you are. You don't have to change yourself. You can be authentically yourself. You owe that to yourself, to your child self, most of all. Because that's all they ever wanted to do. Like, all this extra shit was just unnecessary, trying to get people to fit into certain molds and, compartmentalizing them based on whatever beliefs that you have, and judging people and exiling people and excluding people for certain reasons. It's just like, aren't y'all tired? Aren't y'all tired of that? Because it doesn't help anyone. Even the people who perform these, these heinous acts, it's like they're not happy. So it's like, oh. Let me show y'all. I did my page, so you have to do your page too, okay? I don't know if you're done or you've been finished before me, but y'all, that felt so good. That felt so good to reassure myself, to really see myself, because that's it. That is all our shadow desires, is to be seen and accepted by us. Ensure that you're doing that for yourself. Ensure that you're giving yourself the recognition that your child desires. It's like how children desire to be seen by their parents. You are now your parent, so nurture yourself, take care of yourself. I said something in here that really, it resonated with me so much, because I remember having this mushroom experience, and I came to the realization that I chose myself. Like, I am chosen because I chose myself, So I wrote that if you weren't worthy, if you weren't worthy, you wouldn't be here. If you weren't meant to exist, then you wouldn't. The universe makes no mistake, and trust that you are divinely chosen and created to be exactly who you are. You created yourself exactly as you are. You chose yourself to be here at this time, in this realm. You chose yourself because you deemed yourself worthy. Don't allow society's false perceptions to make you forget or make you feel like you weren't worthy, like you aren't chosen. Because what the fudge does society know? Like, they're all wearing masks as well. They're not being their true selves, so how could they tell you who to be if they don't even have the courage to be themselves? That's one thing that authenticity is. It's such bravery, it's such courage. It's like putting on a cape and doing what others only dream of. So many people are so frightened to be themselves. So know that in this day and in this society, being your authentic self is your superpower, because you were chosen and created exactly as you are to be here at this time. You have gifts that are unique to only you, that only you can bring to the collective. So trust in yourself, trust in your existence and your presence here on this earth. And yeah, continue to do the work to heal your inner child. You can look on my page. We'll be doing exercises together in every video to really help do that work, because it's work. You have to do it. You have to face yourself. That's one of the hardest things you'll ever have to do in this life, but know that it is also one of the most rewarding. So yeah, have grace with yourself. Be gentle with yourself. We grew up so malleable in a society that does not value the expression, the opinion, the existence of children. You know, we grew up in a society that has taught us to shrink ourselves and to fit into certain boxes and to be this person and to be that person, to be anyone but yourself. So yeah, that has some harm to the psyche. It is not your fault what happened to you, but know that it is your responsibility to take ownership and to take lead of your healing and your returning to self, putting yourself back together again. So if you'd like to do this healing together alongside one another, then feel free to book a shadow alchemy session if that calls to you, if that resonates with you. We'll be doing the deep work to face a certain aspect of yourself, a certain fear. We're going to face the core belief of that fear, and we're going to transmute it and move through it in real time so that you can stop holding yourself back. I know you are hearing everything about the fire horse year, y'all. This is a revolutionary time. We have never existed in this time and space. This is a whole new era for humanity, and we chose to be here at this moment. We chose this. We chose to see the becoming of our evolution. So if you are holding yourself back from your true potential, from your true light, because that's what it is. That's what our darkness holds. That's what it is. It's not your darkness that you're afraid of. It's your light. It's your ability. It's your expansiveness, your vastness. That's what you're truly afraid of. So if you're willing to do that work and you'd like me as a guide, then the link to book is in the description. And if you would like to bring these energies in person and really just go through a full rebirth, we are hosting a plant medicine ceremony in New Orleans, Louisiana this summer from June 19th to June 22nd. So this is going to be an initiation. If this is calling to you, then the question is, are you willing? Are you willing? It's not about being ready, but are you willing to step into the unknown and take a leap of faith and be someone that you've never been before? It's scary, yeah. I mean, I'm scared of shit, but it's like, it's necessary in order for us to take this next step as a species in our evolution. So if you are open to meeting yourself this deeply and also forming the community with people who are like-minded and who are also on this path of facing themselves, then you do not want to miss this retreat. And the energy, it's not only the summer solstice, but Chiron, the wounded healer, moves into the very rooted, grounded sign of Taurus. And that's return to Mother Earth, return to nature, return to your roots, your ancestry, your lineage, traditional holistic practices. Return to that, because that is what is grounded in this new paradigm. return to yourself, return to your roots. If you'd like to join us in this ceremonial retreat, then the information will be in the description below. Don't allow your darkness to shield you from this wonderful opportunity. Know that you can only benefit from this. You can only benefit from seeing yourself very deeply. It'll allow you to get out of your own way and truly walk into the purpose that you are meant to embody on this earth. So that's there if you would like to check it out. Lastly, I made a shadow alchemy guide that you can use while you're on this process, while you're in this journey of becoming, of facing yourself, of going deep into the shadows. So it's going to teach you how to identify, accept, and embrace your shadows. So the link to get that will be down in the description below. And I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope that you were able to get in touch with your true nature, your true self, and shed some light on your essence, on your true essence, on your true nature, and not who society told you had to be. I hope you were able to speak and nurture and love your inner child in this video, and I hope that it really helped you break through or move through anything that you might have been dealing with. So I enjoyed this. I love you all, and until I see you all again, peace and love to you all. Bye.